Breaking developments have reshaped the current outlook of the Kansas City Chiefs. News surrounding Travis Kelce's unexpected return has introduced renewed intensity to the franchise's trajectory. Speculation had grown regarding his durability, long-term plans, and physical demands after consecutive deep postseason runs. Many believed adjustments or extended recovery would define this period. Instead, confirmation of his return altered the narrative instantly. Within a team built on precision and timing, the presence of a dominant tight end carries structural importance. Kelce represents more than statistics. He anchors trust between quarterback and play design. His availability influences defensive strategy across the league. The timing of this return amplifies its significance, suggesting readiness rather than caution. Understanding this moment requires examining health, leadership influence, offensive identity, and the broader competitive landscape facing Kansas City this season. Physical durability remains central to elite performance in professional football. Concerns surrounding Kelce centered primarily on cumulative impact rather than a single injury. Deep playoff campaigns increase physical toll. Recovery windows shorten when expectations remain high each year. Reports now indicate that rehabilitation progressed efficiently, restoring confidence within medical evaluations. Clearance did not arrive casually. Comprehensive testing and conditioning benchmarks guided the final decision. For Kansas City, ensuring full readiness outweighed emotional enthusiasm. Rushing a cornerstone player carries long-term consequences. The confirmation of his return signals that internal medical standards were satisfied completely. This resolution stabilizes offensive planning immediately. It also reinforces organizational discipline, proving that performance urgency never overrides structural caution when safeguarding a player central to championship aspirations. Travis Kelce's presence transforms schematic flexibility. His route, intelligence, and spatial awareness create mismatches against linebackers and defensive backs alike. Offensive coordinators design layered concepts around his ability to read coverage in motion. Without him, play sequencing narrows. With him, unpredictability expands. His return restores the dynamic relationship between quarterback timing and route adjustment that defines Kansas City's offensive rhythm. Defensive coordinators now revisit game plans previously adjusted for his absence. Double coverage strategies reappear. Safeties shade toward his alignment. That defensive attention unlocks opportunities for receivers and running backs. Therefore, his return influences productivity beyond individual numbers. It reestablishes structural tension within opposing defenses, forcing hesitation that elite quarterbacks exploit efficiently. Veteran leadership carries significance beyond statistical production. Kelce's tenure with the franchise positions him as a cultural stabilizer. Younger players observe preparation habits and emotional control during critical stretches. His voice resonates in film sessions and practice intensity. During periods of uncertainty, experienced leaders anchor collective mindset. His return, therefore, restores familiarity in locker room dynamics. Continuity in leadership reduces distraction. Teammates understand his expectations and competitive standard. That shared understanding fosters alignment between coaching directives and player execution. Championship environments rely heavily on such internal cohesion. Kelce's presence strengthens communication across offensive units, reinforcing accountability that defines sustained success. Beyond Kansas City, this development shifts perception league-wide. Opponents previously calculating defensive adjustments, without Kelce, must now revise strategies. Psychological preparation changes when facing proven postseason performers. Reputation shapes defensive posture. Coordinators recognize his ability to influence momentum during critical drives. That awareness introduces pressure before kickoff. In competitive sports, perception often shapes tactical conservatism or aggression. His confirmed return signals resilience, and continuity within a franchise already respected for composure. Rivals understand that restoring a core playmaker reduces vulnerability. This recalibration may influence divisional dynamics significantly, especially in tightly contested matchups where small advantages determine outcomes. Few quarterback-target relationships in modern football demonstrate the synchronization seen between Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Years of repetition cultivated instinctive communication. Timing adjustments occur without hesitation. When improvisation extends plays, Kelce adapts routes seamlessly to broken coverage. That chemistry compresses defensive reaction windows. During his absence, offensive flow required recalibration. With his return, rhythm accelerates naturally. Mahomes regains a primary outlet in high-pressure moments. Third down efficiency often depends on trust-based decisions. This partnership elevates situational execution, particularly inside the red zone where spatial precision determines success. Restoring this connection strengthens the offense's capacity to control tempo during decisive sequences. While enthusiasm builds, disciplined expectation management remains critical. Returning to active competition after recovery demands gradual intensity scaling. Conditioning must align with game speed. Coaching staff will likely monitor snap distribution initially to preserve endurance. Sustainable performance outweighs immediate statistical impact. Kansas City understands that long-term availability matters more than early headlines. Structured reintegration prevents overload while maintaining offensive continuity. This balanced approach reflects organizational maturity. Excitement cannot compromise measured planning. The objective extends beyond single-game production toward sustained postseason readiness. Controlled optimism therefore defines internal strategy moving forward. Confidence often derives from reliability. Knowing a proven contributor stands ready enhances collective assurance. Offensive linemen protect with renewed conviction when elite targets operate within structure. Receivers benefit from redistributed defensive focus. Even defensive units draw motivation from strengthened offensive potential. Success in professional football depends on synchronized belief across departments. Kelce's return strengthens psychological stability within the franchise. Stability fuels sharper execution. Preparation becomes more purposeful when confidence aligns with capability. This renewed internal certainty may elevate overall performance levels beyond individual contribution. Looking ahead, Kansas City recalibrates strategic objectives with expanded flexibility. Offensive versatility reemerges as a defining strength. Game planning regains multidimensional layering. Defensive opponents face increased complexity when allocating resources. This shift potentially influences playoff positioning and divisional competitiveness. While challenges persist throughout a demanding season, foundational pieces now align more securely. Health, chemistry, and tactical identity converge once again. Maintaining discipline under rising expectations becomes essential. Consistency rather than spectacle will determine ultimate outcome. Yet structurally, the franchise stands fortified compared to prior uncertainty. Travis Kelce's return represents more than individual availability. It symbolizes resilience within a championship framework. When foundational leaders re-enter competition, prepared and confident, organizational momentum shifts decisively. Kansas City's identity revolves around precision, adaptability, and mental toughness. Restoring a central figure strengthens that identity. The season will test durability and cohesion repeatedly. However, this development reinforces belief that preparation and patience yield stability. In professional football, momentum often begins with restored certainty. Kelce's presence provides exactly that, positioning the Chiefs to pursue excellence with renewed structural strength and emotional balance.